We've seen the soaring strength of the eagle. We've felt the steady power of the ox. Now we stand face to face with something profoundly personal, the face of a man, the face of God that reveals his longing for relationship and his wisdom for connection. Let's sit with that for a moment. Out of all the ways God could reflect his glory, he chose the face of a man. Not just majestic, not just mysterious, but relational, emotional, human. That tells us something unshakable. God is deeply relational, and we were created to live the same way. Why this face matters. The face of a man is a reflection of something divine, not just our biology, but our design. Genesis 1:26 says, "Let us make man in our image after our likeness." Did you catch that? Us. That means even before man was made, God was in relationship. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, a perfect union, a divine dance of love and honor and oneness. So when God made man, he didn't just make a functional creature. He made a relational being. He made someone who could know him, talk with him, and walk with him. And that's why this face, the man, is so precious. It reminds us that life isn't about isolation or survival. It's about connection. It's about being known. It's about reflecting God in how we walk with people. You were designed for relationship. Let me say this clearly. You were not designed to live alone, not emotionally, not spiritually, not mentally. Even God himself said it in Genesis 2:18. It is not good for man to be alone. And that wasn't just about marriage. It was a declaration over humanity. We are created for connection. This is why we long to be seen, why loneliness hurts, why betrayal cuts so deep. Because we were wired at the deepest level to walk with God and with others. The face of the man teaches us that wisdom doesn't just come from revelation. It comes from relationship. It's in conversation, it's in community, it's in walking with people, even when it's hard. Jesus, the ultimate face of a man. If you want to know what this face looks like in its fullness, look at Jesus. He is God in the flesh, the invisible God made visible, and not as an angel, not as a force, but as a man. He laughed with friends. He wept at funerals. He cooked breakfast on the beach. He washed dirty feet. He embraced children. He asked questions. He forgave betrayal. Jesus showed us that the face of God is relational. And more than that, he brought God close. Not just holy, but huggable. Not just sovereign, but personal. The face of a man shows us that the holiest thing you'll ever do might just be how you love somebody. The danger of disconnect, let me warn you. In our pursuit of greatness, calling, and power, don't lose your ability to connect, to love, to empathize, to be present. Some people fly like eagles, work like oxen, and roar like lions, but they're cold, isolated, unreachable. And what good is vision if you can't relate? What good is strength if you can't love? That's why God gave us his face, to ground us in wisdom, to remind us that people are not projects, they are God's treasure. Closing thoughts. So here's what I want you to hold on to. You are designed for relationship, and the face of a man calls you to grow in wisdom, compassion, and connection. You don't need to have it all figured out, but you do need to be open. Open to love, open to listen, open to walk with people, and open to let God use your humanity. But yes, your humanity to reflect his nature. You are made in his image, and part of that image is the face of a man.